Hey guys, welcome back to the show. For those of you joining me for the very first time, my name is Kathy Renee and I film makeup tutorials in case you haven't noticed. So I came up with this look using the 3503 palette. I'm kind of late on that, I know, but this is just something that I've been wanting for a while now and I didn't want to pay full price. So there you have it. Something different. I practiced it before doing it. It has a lot of overwhelming colors all there that they're all beautiful. I just needed to figure out, you know, what was my color, what wasn't. Came up with this. Let me know if you guys recreate it. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm gonna quit rambling on. So here's the show. I went ahead and primed my face with the Nivea for men for sensitive skin all over my face. I went ahead and used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the color Taupe. I used the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Light Ivory to not only carve out my eyebrows but use it as a primer for all over my lids. And then I went ahead and used tape for the sides of my eye because it's just really easy for me. The palette that we're going to be going in with today is the Morphe Brushes 3503 palette. First color that we're going to be going in with is right over here. The brush that I'm currently using is the Morphe M139 brush. Alright, so I dipped the brush into the pan and then I dusted it off. And then what I'm doing right now is just dragging it back and forth, windshield wiper motions. And then I'm doing little circles. Hope you guys can see this. And I'm just blending her out. So I don't know if you guys noticed, I did something really different with my brows today. And I just wanted to try something different. But yeah, we're just gonna be building her up right now. Be patient with this, you guys. The next color or shade that I'm going to be using is right over here. So I'm doing the same technique, the windshield wiper motion right over here. And then I'm doing little circles because we definitely want to build up this gradient. Someone's at my door. See, I'm just doing like little circles. Won't show my promotions. Make sure to blend her out. Oh yeah, I'm still using the same brush. I didn't change brushes. If you want to change the brush, that's perfectly fine. If you're going to change it, just make sure you use a blending brush. Okay, guys? And just keep blending away. And always try to match it with the other eye as well. Alright, so next color or shade that we will be going in with is this one right over here in the corner. And the brush that I'm using is the Morphe M573 brush. Alright, so I'm just dragging her across here back and forth, and nothing different. And make sure you're doing little circles as well, so that way you can create that gradient. And also, we need a really good blend here. If you want to open your eye, you can, because that's what I'm doing. I'm sorry if you hear any noise outside. I do apologize for that. They've been doing construction here for like the past 6 months, like basically since the beginning of the year, and everything still looks the same. So I don't know if they're doing like any tubing or any electricity or anything else like that, but it's been going down for quite some time now, and I do apologize for any like noises that you hear. But yeah, but just we're still blending this little eye out here. And always remember to keep it even with the other one. Alright, so the next color or shade that we're going to be going in with is this beautiful, beautiful dark brown color or shade right over here. And the brush that I'm going to be using is the Morphe M433 brush. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing little circles out on the outer corner right over here. Because you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a cut crease. But yeah, just do little circles just so we can blend it, make it look really pretty. It's okay if it's uneven because it's going to be covered anyway. I know it looks all over the place, but you need to trust the process. Yeah, you gotta trust the process, you guys. You gotta trust that it comes out great as well. Believe in yourself too. And don't give up. And just keep pushing. But yeah, I'm just blending this out. Either way, I'm gonna go back in anyway. Alright, so I pretty much got it to where I wanted. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease off camera. Okay, so the crease is cut. I use the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and it's not a color, it just says flat white corrector. This is what I used, and the tool that I used is the Morphe M167 brush. It's a flat white brush and it's really stiff, and I feel that it works well with my hooded lids, and it helps me control on the parts that I want to have a cut crease. So we're going to be going back in with this shade or color right over here. I'm going to be using the same brush, the Morphe M433 brush. Alright, so I dipped the brush into the pan, and what I'm doing is just really lightly, little circles, blending out the corner of what we did with the cut crease, okay? And it looks like it's going all over the place. We're gonna correct it, but we're just gonna be packing it, blending it little by little. So just have patience with this, and do the brush lightly. Don't do it hard. Just do it really, really lightly, because we're creating a gradient with this right now, and at the same time we're gonna be packing another color on here. So just take your time with her, and it doesn't have to be even. It's okay if it's uneven because we're putting another color over her. What I wanted to do is just get this gradient here. Okay, so the next color that we're going to be going in with is this golden shade right over here. Our color. And the brush that I'm using is the Sigma Large Shader E60. I have 10% off discount code. I'm going to link it down below, and you're able to get 10% off with my code, anything off site wide. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my Morphe N167 brush, the brush that we use for the cut crease. You see how I have a line here? I'm just going to be pressing her to blend it out because, oh my god, I fucked up. Okay, so since you guys saw me kind of freaking messed up on the cut crease here, I went back in and I kind of just did the best that I could. It's uneven, but that's okay. We're gonna still keep pushing through. We're not gonna give up, okay? So with the shimmery gold shade, what we did here is we're gonna be packing on this beautiful shade. And since it's still wet, because I had to redo the concealer, it's going to be grabbing on. I dip the color, or I dip the brush back into the color or the shade, and I did not dust her off, and I'm just packing her in there. And it's okay it's uneven because we're going to be blending her out anyway. And I'm just packing her in. I'm I want to make sure you guys are watching, or that the camera is not blurring out on me, because it tends to do that to me a lot, but that's okay. I'm still learning the camera. I have the camera set up on a different mode this time, so hopefully it'll, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I'm just packing her on here. Take your time, don't do what I did. That was funny. So next shade or color that we're gonna be going in with is this guy right over here. And the brush that I'm using is the BH Cosmetics 102 brush. It's a flat brush. It's really easy to grab the color and put it on your lid. I don't have a code for BH Cosmetics, however, I do use Rakuten. Rakuten helps you get cash back. So I'm gonna link my link down below so you guys can take advantage, and I wanna help you guys save money. So make sure you carefully blend out the crease here. Don't do what I did earlier, which was kind of funny. But I'm gonna do this. Okay, so just pack on the color carefully. I'm just packing her on here, and the concealer is kind of wet still because I just blended her out. So what's really good about it is that the color is grabbing on. And be careful with this crease right over here. Don't do what I did, which is hilarious. So I dip the brush back into the pan, the color, the shade, however you want to call it. I'm just careful. I did not dust it off. So I'm just carefully, I hope you guys can see this. Okay, good. I'm just carefully doing this. And sorry if it's all angled. This palette that I'm holding right now doesn't like, I need a handheld mirror. Anyways, it doesn't bend back all the way, so I'm just limited here. And I blend this out like that. And go down. Be careful, okay? And go down as you blend, because as usual we want to create the gradient. And it's okay if it's uneven, because as I mentioned earlier, we're gonna go back in, and you got to trust this process here, and don't give up. Believe in yourself. So going back with our shade here, our color here, the same brush, the Sigma Large Shader Brush E60. So I dipped the color into the palette, didn't dust it off, and then you see where the crease is. I'm just dragging it down back and forth lightly because I want to blend it and also create that gradient that we have going on here. Just take your time with this and do it lightly on your eye. Don't hurt yourself. Just apply a very, very light pressure. And then do it at the end here as well. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be going back in and just blending everything. It takes a lot of time, but you got to remember to trust this process. You want to look on point, and I want you guys to look your best. If you don't want to follow this, that's cool too. Going back with the shade over here for the outer corner. We're going to be using the same brush, the Morphe M433 brush. You're more than welcome to use any type of brush. And I'm just going to be like blending out the outer corner here really lightly. Nothing too harsh because this is I don't know, I just want to keep the colors that we have here. Alright, so I'm pretty much satisfied as this. I'm going to go ahead and do my liner and my lashes off camera. Okay, so for eyeliner, I went ahead and used the NYX Epic Ink Liner in black. And so for the upper like waterline, I went ahead and used the retractable pencil in brown. And for the waterline here, you can't really see it, but I went ahead and used the white retractable pencil. So for lashes, I'm going to be using the Lilly lashes and the style Goddess. It looks like this. I just want to show them to you before I stick them on my eyes. So I went ahead and used the Jeffree Star Liquid Frost. I put 2 pumps, one on each side of my face, and I'm gonna go ahead and distribute it all over my face using my fingers, and just avoid the eye area. I don't want you guys getting this into your eye. Also, I don't want you guys ruining your eye makeup, which I already have. I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r foundation in the color 190, and to evenly distribute it, I'm going to be using the Juno & Co Beauty Blender. It's like velvet. It's really squishy. Oh yeah, so make sure it's wet. I don't know if I already went over that, and I'm going to distribute it now. Hang in there. I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Concealer in the same shade 190. I went ahead and put it on my forehead, underneath my eyes, sides of my nose, on my nose, Cupid's bow and chin. I'm going to be blending it out with the same beauty blender, the Juno & Co, the velvet one. Make sure she's wet so that way she can function properly, and you can also distribute everything evenly as well. I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer and the color Medium Bisque. I'm using the same beauty blender. Yeah, I'm going to use the same beauty blender to blend everything out. Alright, so prior to getting here, after the cream contour, I went ahead and did the powder contour. For the powder contour, I went ahead and used the Morphe 8H palette. And in that palette, I went ahead and used Donut. The contour brush that I used was the Morphe M572 brush. It looks a little something like this. And then for the baking, I went ahead and used the Morphe Bake and Set Setting Powder in the color Banana. For my nose part that you see right over here, I went ahead and used the Morphe M432 brush. It's really easy to get it in the center of the nose because I want a straight nose. Also, to apply it under my eyes, my forehead area, sides of my nose, and along my cheek and the jawline, I went ahead and used the same beauty blender, the Juno & Co. I used it while it was still wet. I don't think it makes a difference if it's wet or not. But yeah, I went ahead and used that. It was really easy because, you know, the reason why I like to do the baking is just so I can like create some angles, as you can see right over here, and you guys get the gist of it. And with that being said, I'm gonna wait it out 2 minutes so that way I can dust it off and my skin can absorb it. And another reason why I do the baking is just so I'm really greasy. I'm oily skin. It literally absorbs all of the oil and all of the grease. So my greasy squad out there, baking is your thing. So we're going back into the palette in this beautiful color shade right over here. And the brush that we will be using is the Morphe M506 brush. Okay, so I did the brush into the color or the shade, and then I tapped her off. Hope you guys can see this. Sorry if the palette goes high. I'm just trying not to get into my eye, which I already did. And I'm just like dragging her back and forth. Make it really pretty, really smoky. I did the brush into the shade or into the color, into the pan, however you want to call it. Sorry if I don't say the right thing. I'm just, you know, trying to do this and talk at the same time. It's a little challenging. The palette that we're going into is the Morphe 8S palette. The color that we're using is Big Bang, the shade, or right over here. The brush that I'm using is the Morphe M431 brush. Alright, so I dipped the brush into the color or the shade, and then I'm just pressing her on here. I didn't tap it off or anything else like that. I'm just pressing it in here. Alright, so I went back into the palette, and then I'm just not dusting it off, but like doing it one over here underneath the brow area. Alright, so this is a little trick that I like to do, okay? I'm going to use the same brush that we used in the beginning, which is the M139 brush. You can use any other brush. I'm tapping it off to see if there's any other color or whatever. I didn't dip this brush into anything, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm dragging it across above the cut crease, okay? And then I'm doing little circles. Just because I want to blend this out, make it look really pretty, and like just so you guys can see that really pretty greeny as you can. I hope that you guys can see there. Same palette, we're gonna be going in with this Big Bang and Mirage right over here. They're right next to each other. The brush that I'm using is a Morphe M511 brush. So I dipped the brush into the palette. I did not dust it off, and I'm just dragging it across my upper cheek right over here. I dipped the brush into the palette. I'm doing it on my temple and also above the eyebrow area here. On my Cupid's bow on my chin. I'm grabbing that same brush that we used earlier, the Morphe M431 brush, and I'm just dragging it along here because we want that nose highlight. So we're going back with the highlighter brush that we were using, the Morphe M511 brush. The excess product up and down the nose, and also the tip of your nose as well, so it can appear all pretty and very nice and highlighted, as you can see here. So off camera, I went ahead and did my lips and also my hair, if you haven't noticed. I did the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the color Stripped. Looks a little something like this. It's like in the pale nude family. So there you have it. Thank you for sticking with me this long. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for sticking with me this long as well. Don't forget to always believe in yourself, trust the process, keep going, do this for yourself, and don't ever give up. Okay, so please remember to like, subscribe to my channel, share this with your friends and your family, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.